What's up? What's up with it? Yeah, we back again, live with another one. You already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. Yeah, we live with my partner, Monnie Brown Tv. What's happening with it, Money?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Been a minute, man. Been a minute. Gotta bless the people with the boxing knowledge, man. See what's up.
Man. I done missed out on a lot, but you got to take care of business before anything. Man, it's a lot going on, Money. We got to catch up on a lot going on. A whole lot going on. We got to catch up on, man.
There's some transitions in boxing, man. Some transitions is a whole lot.
Man, I'm telling you. And when y'all come in the building, y'all already know what to do, man. Tap in the comment section. Let me know what y'all in the building. So what's up, Money? You ready for this fight tonight?
Yes, sir, man. People got to make a statement. You feel me?
Yeah, man. He definitely got to come with it tonight, man. It's been a whole lot of talk going on for a whole lot of months.
Luis Ortiz fight tonight too.
Yeah. He fight too. He fight the other heavyweight. What's his name? Fight too. That motherfucker that's young, but he look hella old. Sanchez. That's his name, right?
Sanchez.
Yeah. He fight tonight too. What's his name, man? The old cat. He young, but he looked hella old. Watch, I'm gonna tell you right now his name. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you his name right now. While we wait for some folks to come in, hopefully they sending out the notifications like they supposed to. Frank Sanchez, he fight tonight. The heavyweight.
Okay, yeah.
Mike Rhyme off in the building. He said if Devin Haney lose focus, somebody going to tell him what happened. He said Devin Haney lose focus, somebody's going to tell him what happened. You talking about? Is you saying that Gamboa got a chance to knock out Devin Haney?
If Devin Haney lose focus, somebody to tell him.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening. And y'all share this to your boxing groups too. I usually go live on Facebook and on YouTube, but shit, they didn't shut my Facebook down again.
Damn, what they shut you down for?
Man, they shut me down for playing with my partner. This one of my main partners and shit. He had posted some shit in Die Hard, and I was like, oh shit, here come Captain Coon again. And they shut me down for saying that shit. But that's my partner. We just playing around with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then Chris from Die Hard, he shot me. He was like, man, they trying to fuck with your account. And I ain't see it. Then my man's text me that I was playing with. He was like, they on your helmet over there and I woke up, man, they had shut my shit down.
How long they got shut down for?
For a week.
God damn.
They on some bullshit, dog. I'm saying you can't say shit on Facebook. Facebook. Yeah, man. Bruce Goes, what's good? Salute to you. Mike Ron, he says, yes, I'm give game. He says, I'm gonna give Game Boy a shot. Man, I don't give Gamboa no shot at winning this fight. Gamboa he too old, man. He too old. He done had an Achilles injury, and that's at that age, you ain't coming back. You ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So
it just ain't happening like that. You know what I'm saying? At that age, it ain't going down. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't going down. And like I said, I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get off in the building, and we're gonna get it popping. Jay Cooley, what's good with it, fam? What's happening with it, man? Yeah, man, I miss being on here too, man. I miss being on here cooking with y'all. For real, man. I miss it. Is crazy because during the time I wasn't, able to get on and shit, come on. It's like that's when everything started popping off. and I'm hearing the news and still keeping up, trying to keep up as much as I could what was going on. And I'm like, damn, it's popping right now in boxing. Shit crazy.
For real, bro. A lot of shit straight happened too.
Yeah, man. I ain't even get to cook on the situation with Tank neither. With the Leo Santa Cruz and Tank fight, you know. Man, like I said, that, you know, speaking on that situation before we really just get started, you know, the Leo Santa Cruz and Tank fight, I never gave Leo Santa Cruz no type of chance, you know, leading, you know, in the beginning when the fight was announced throughout the middle, you know, I was one of the ones that never gave Leo Santa Cruz no type of chance at all. Remember, I was saying, Money, I said Tank is supposed to go in there and knock him out. I said, Tank don't go in there and knock him out. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be something wrong. Tank got to go in there and knock him out. And then leading up towards the fight, you know, watching the Showtime, the build up and watching everything, they convinced me that Leo had a chance. But that's what you're supposed to do when you do a good job at promoting. You know what I'm saying? They did a great job at promoting that fight because I think they convinced me and a lot of other people that was like, Leo ain't even supposed to be in the ring with Tank. They convinced us that he did have a chance to go in there. You know, it maybe last 12 rounds against Tank. You know, I don't know. Maybe last the 12 rounds and you know, I didn't see him pulling out no victory, but I did see him maybe lasting 12 rounds. So my final conclusion that I had came to is I said, if Leo can get past 6 or 7 rounds with Tank Davis, then he has a chance to go to full 12 and he might have a chance to win on the scorecards. I picked Tank. I ain't gonna lie. I picked Tank to win by unanimous decision. I don't know. Just that whole build up convinced me that Leo was gonna last. Now, when the fight started, you know, throughout the fight, I'm like, damn, you know, Leo, he taking these Tank's power shots. Because if you watch the fight, you see he was taking what Tank had, you know, and he wasn't, you know, he was smiling, you know, like Leo do. He was taking what Tank had and he was still smiling through it. And he was fighting good, you know. He was hitting Tank with some combinations. Although Leo don't have no power, so it wasn't bothering Tank, you know. He was hitting Tank with some combinations and he was winning a couple of the early rounds. Then I think Leo nuts got too big for him. Leo's nuts got too big and Tank started going to the body. Tank was going to the body and he started hitting Leo with some very hard body shots. And so at that point, Leo, you know, getting hit with them body shots, Leo already don't got power. But now your power is going down. You know, you got less and less power when you start taking them body shots. And that's what let me know that Tank had a very smart ring IQ. Tank made an adjustment. He started going to the body and he started doing it often. He started getting at Leo's body. And when he started hitting Leo in the body, Leo had a good poker face, but you knew he had to be hurting because you just not going to take no body shots like that from Tank Davis that hit as hard as he do and not be hurting. So still Money throughout the fight. I'm still like, damn, Leo tough. If Leo get past, you know, get to the 7th round, Tank might be in trouble. That's what I'm saying. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real, right? But I'm still looking at Tank going to the body, and I'm like, I know this shit got to be hurting Leo. And then Tank hitting him with the uppercuts. You know, Leo comes, right? Cassandra Mason was good. Leo comes, right? And he's taking hard shots, but he's still coming. Right? Now the 6th round come, and Tank just started breaking them down. You knew Tank started breaking Leo down because Leo was no longer fighting Tank in the middle of the ring. Leo retreated to the ropes, right? when you went in because he was wearing down. And Tank was just walking through Leo's shots at this point in time when the 6th round came. And the reason this happened is because Tank was wearing Leo down with them body shots. It's crazy because my man's, we watching the fight at his crib, and my man's the whole time was like, hey, Tank is gonna knock him out in the 6th. I'm like, man, Tank, you see this? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, Leo taking these shots. He's like, no, Tank is gonna knock him out in the 6th. He's wearing them down. I'm like, yeah, he breaking them down, but I said Leo tough as hell. I don't know if Tank gonna get him up out of there. So, you know, we continue to we watching the fight, and I noticed, I say, damn, Leo get hit with some shots in his corner, you know, but Leo, like when I say that Leo nuts got too big for him, because Leo, I don't know what was going through his head. He started trying to go toe to toe. We know he was getting hurt to the body, but instead of moving and retreating it and trying to start box Tank, he does what only thing he know how to do. He started trying to go toe to toe with Tank. He throws a weak jab, and then he throws 3 straights in a row. He throw 1 straight, come back, throw another straight, and then come back and throw another straight. And then he get halfway back, but when he come back, he drops down to block his body. Bam! Tank hit him with that uppercut. It was night. Tank showed his IQ. You know, he showed his IQ because Tank realized that, okay, Leo is I'm hitting him with some hard headshots. You know, I'm hitting him hard, uppercuts, hooks, all of that. Leo's taking it. He's not showing that he's hurt. So he started going down to the body. First, he started jabbing to the body, then hitting him with the straight right, and then just hitting him with some hooks to the body. And that body work is what wore Leo Santa Cruz down. And, you know, we seen it. It was night. Anybody that would have got hit with that shot clean like that from a puncher like Tank Davis would have been asleep. Because, I mean, Leo, the shot that he threw was lazy. It was pitiful. He left his his right out. He didn't even bring it back. And you can't fight Tank like that. And you in the corner, you know. So he just got broke down. He got broke down. Boz, what's good? He said Tank and Povetkin were identical KOs. Damn near. The L fighter said salute. What's good with it? Yeah, so Tank's IQ, boxing ability, you know, was just too much for Leo. I never was too high on Leo. Leo's tough. He tough, you know, but he's too tough for his own good. You don't go in the ring and you don't try to fight Tank Davis like that. You know, I think I know that his corner wasn't telling him to do that. I know it's because his corner wasn't telling him to just go out there, balls to the wall, and go toe to toe with Tank Davis. The fuck is you doing? What is you doing? And then you gonna throw 3 weak ass right hands in a row. If you go back and look at the punch sequence, he threw a jab and then threw 3 right hands. That none of them didn't hit shit. The first 2 times that you did it, why would you throw another one? It didn't make no sense. That shows you that Leo is a offensive fighter. He don't have a very high fight IQ. But Tank, shout out to Tank. You know, he did what he did what I originally said that he was gonna do, and he did what he was supposed to do. He looked spectacular. But like I said, I'm not surprised because I didn't hold Leo in that high standards to be in the ring with Tank Davis on pay-per-view. But one thing I'm gonna give credit for that surprised me is Tank's IQ. That's what I took from that fight. We knew that Tank had boxing ability. We knew that Tank Davis had you know, speed and punching power and all of that. We knew that Leo Santa Cruz was not the fighter of Tank Davis, but a lot of us didn't know that Tank Davis had a ring IQ like that because he hasn't been in a position to where he had to really show off his ring IQ. Yeah, and Tank looked good. He didn't tire out, you know. We didn't see him really going to the second half, but he was still strong coming forward. And I think Tank was just he knew he had wore Leo down, and Leo didn't have no sting on his punches. And at that point in time, Tank was like, you know, hey, I'm gonna just walk through this dude and get him up out of here. He can't hurt me. That's what happened. The L fighter says the speed that Tank turned and through the left end, one motion was unbelievable. Man, yeah. You know, what you got on that, Money, before we really start cooking?
Man, you hit almost everything on the head. But I will say this. Shouts out to Cassandra Message too. What's up, Cassandra? But this the thing, bro. You know, I give Leo credit. I do hold Leo to a high regard. Now, for us, because people will look at the weight class, they'll say Leo's, you know, he wasn't supposed to be in the ring with Tank and things of that nature. But we see fighters jump weight classes all the time. So I'm not going to use that as that situation. My thing is, you know, Leo was going in there, and I kept telling people Leo was a 4-division world champion. He's a fucking fighter, bro. Leo, shouts out to what's going down. But Leo, like he it ain't that Leo was didn't deserve to be in the ring with Tank. He did deserve to be in the ring with Tank, and it showed, bro. He just made a mistake, like you said, Key. He threw them lazy ass shots. You know what I'm saying? He threw one, bam, he caught him, but it was the heat of the moment, and he was having success. Tank was up by 1 round. Leo was having success, bro. And like we say, his offense is his defense. He made a mistake by trying to fight off the ropes. You know what I'm saying? And he was tripping. He was tripping, trying to fight off the ropes, because you could have did a few things in that corner by being a veteran fighter that, you know what I'm saying, to tie Tank ass up or to get out of danger. You know what I'm saying? But it was Tank breaking his ass down in there that we seen them legs start getting heavy. Like, even just looking at the fight, I said he ain't gonna make it to the 8. He ain't gonna make it to the 8. Like, and I got everything documented. Like, he ain't gonna make it to the 8 because them shots breaking his ass. Like, we seen the body work, and that shit was hurting. That shit was hurting, dog. Because Tank spent the whole round fucking his body up. You know what I mean? And it's like you say, Key. I took the same thing from it as well. The IQ of Tank. You know what I'm saying? The IQ of Tank, bro. Like, he started, like, for instance, Canelo couldn't get to Laura, right? So it's like, okay, I can't catch this motherfucker. So if you can't catch the head, you start getting the body. And Tank, he's seen that the reach was there for Leo. So Tank could sell out like, okay, I'm going to take that shot, but I'm going to catch your ass right to the body until I start sitting your ass down and forcing you to fight that Leo fight that's going to give me that chance to land that shot on your ass. And that's what Tank did. He was smart. He was going to the side of the body. He was going to the surplex of the body. You know what I'm saying? Just breaking his ass, bro. And we seen that shit taking a toll. Even in the 6th round where Leo was calling it a nut shot. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a nut shot. But if you go back and look, you can see Leo, just how he reacted off of it. Like, you know, some people that be up, jumping and shit. You know, Leo, you can just tell he bending down and shit. Like, you can tell the gas tank was leaving. Like, Tank was knocking the air out his ass, you know. So I knew it was a matter of time, bro. But at the same time, Leo was having success, and I'm going to give him this credit because I knew that Leo was going to go in there and have success against Tank. I kept saying it, like, he going to have success in this fight. He going to have success in this fight. And that's what he saw too, Key. He saw the little mouse up on the Tank eye. He saw that he was touching. He was feeling that shit. Now, whether he was thinking that he was hurting him or not, that's a different story. But he knew he can touch Tank, you know what I'm saying? And I guess he felt like his activity, you know, like, fuck it, let's go. The activity, and especially with the crowd being there, not saying it was the biggest crowd in the world, you know what I mean? But with the crowd being there screaming his name and shit like that, so it was giving him, you know, a little motivation to work off of. Now, I don't know if he thought he felt Tank harder shot or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I felt this power. I see what he got. I can take it, you know, but 6th round in the corner, lazy jabs, lazy straights, you know what I mean? Because it was so lazy, bro. Like, Bop, he hit him on the forehead with one. Second one, Bop, Tank blocked that motherfucker. But you can just tell, like, and Tank practiced that shot multiple times on the pad. So when we say, oh, these kids be running that shit off, they don't do that shit in the ring, it showed right there. Because if you go, you'll see Tank slip the jab, uppercut. Slip,
yeah.
And that motherfucker slip, and man, that's all she wrote.
And Leo, he threw that shit so slow. I'm like, what the fuck is you? I'm like, what is you doing, dog? You not in the ring with you not. See, this is the thing. I think Leo had been used to being in the ring with, you know, he hasn't really fought the upper echelon of fighters. You know, I mean, a lot of people, we have problem with him ducking Gary Russell. We have a problem with him earlier on, ducking Regendow. He did fight Frampton. Frampton don't got a lot of knockouts. We know that. You know what I'm saying? He fought Abner Mares. Other than that, you know, he hasn't really fought no big names. So yeah, you can get away with doing that with those guys, right? You in the ring with Tank Davis. This is a whole another level. And I think just Leo, as Tank showed his ring IQ, right? And Leo showed the lack of ring IQ. So, you know, put those two together, and that's what we got. But yeah, man. But so let's go ahead and get into it. Stormy B, man, what's good? Denise Ward, what's going on? Act Reacher off in the building. What's happening with it, Act? Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it, Money. So, man, Canelo Alvarez, dog. Canelo. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. He free. He free, man. We really gonna be able to see what Canelo really talking about, what he really made about, because we all know that Canelo is a hell of a fighter. You know, I don't think nobody can dispute that. Canelo is a hell of a fighter, one of the best fighters in all of boxing. The thing with Canelo that's hindered him throughout his career is, you know, people saying that he ducking certain smoke, right, Money?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people, you know, when people talk about Canelo, whether it's good or bad, the bad is that he ducks certain smoke, right? People believe that he's ducking certain fighters and picking and choosing, you know, and that's the thing with Canelo. Now, right? Now that he's a free agent, right? To say, I think he's gonna go with Al. But before we even get into him being a free agent, how did this all turn out? Because it just came out the blue, Money. It came out the blue. Canelo is now a free agent. And we know it was a lawsuit, a $280-some million lawsuit on the table with Canelo. We know, you know, all of the legal things that was going on out in the open and behind the scenes. So how did this happen? What happened? Did DAZN and Golden Boy just say, all right, we're going to release you. We're going to wash our hands? Or did Al Heyman come through, you know, like a thief in the night, you know, and get Canelo up out of that situation? What happened?
Hey, listen to me, Key. I'm telling people, bro, for a fight with Canelo and Caleb Plant to be already in play for December the 19th, something had to be going on already, bro. You know what I mean? You don't just leave get out of promotion company and then already have a fight. You know what I'm saying? For December the 19th, bro. You know, Canelo know what's up, bro. He already knew what was up with Al, you know, and you know Richard Schaefer, you know, he's still cool with Richard Schaefer. So
right,
it was a situation, man, to where they was going down in the courtroom. You know, Canelo, like when you're doing things like that, you in court and you got situations going on like that, you're reaching out and getting information. You got your lawyers, but at the same time, you're reaching out and getting information for certain things as well. You know, so I feel like, you know, some way, somehow, Canelo representatives or whomever he got representing him, whether he was talking to Richard Schaefer and Richard said, Canelo, I tell you, talk to Al Heyman. He's great at these things. Like, he can get you out of your contract and with money and have you set up for a fight. So it could have been a situation, brother, where he was already talking to Al, you know, and him and DAZN and Golden Boy, they all settled, because I still felt like Canelo was in the driver's seat in the courtroom, bro, because ain't no way in hell you can sign somebody under a contract for X amount of fights and he fighting, and then you turn around and say, oh, we don't like who you fighting, this, that, and the third, because we want you to fight this person. If you didn't put yourself in position to say, well, Canelo, this is the fights we wanted, you can't get pissed off at who we fight, because I'm Canelo Alvarez, and whatever I pull in, I pull in. It ain't my fault that the people not buying. You know, that's the promoter job to sell a fight. It's my job to fight. but I'm gonna contract for a certain amount of money a fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for the zone not to take that big hit, they know they came to a conclusion where we can go ahead and do this and do that. Probably was the last fight up on the Canelo situation. I mean, up on the Golden Boy. You know, so Canelo probably worked some strings to where if I can get up out of this Golden Boy contract and get up off of this zone contract, y'all can keep that. You know what I'm saying? But let me free, or give me this little so and so, and still let me free. You know. But at the end of the day, bro, Canelo's in a good position. You know what I mean? He gets away from Golden Boy. He gets away from the zone. He's still young. He still got big fights out there to where you can get motherfucking 9-figure paydays. You know what I'm saying? 8-figure paydays. So he's in a great position, bro. He's in a great position. But I will say this, not much cookie. Something had to been already in play with him and Al Heyman, bro, because this shit just don't happen this fast. You lead this cat, and then you got a fight set up with Caleb Plant, a world championship fight right off the back on Showtime, on pay-per-view. You see what I'm saying? Kudos to Canelo, man. Like I say, I'm a fan of Canelo's. I like Canelo. Like I say, not big on moving up and down like that when you got big fights at 160 and shit like that. But at the end of the day, his career is his career, man. You know what I'm saying? His career is his career. But kudos to Canelo, man. He came out on the winning side on their motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Viva Mexico around this motherfucker. You feel me?
Hey, man, I'm glad, man. That shit put a smile on my face when I heard it. Man, y'all hit the like button. Everybody in the building, hit the like button. It don't take no time to hit that motherfucking like button. You know, let me see. H Con, what's good with it? Batman, what's happening with it?
Batman, what's up? What's up, big bro?
G Garcia off in the building. Matthew Valentine's, what's good with it? Yeah, man. I was always a fan. I've been a fan of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But Green Jarrell, what's happening with it? But you know, Money, I get on Canelo's helmet when it's time to, you know, to criticize him. I did criticize him when that news came out about Yildirim. I didn't like that shit. I'm like, you know, I didn't like that shit. But before I even get into any of that, I want to get back into, you know, what we was talking about. What happened behind the scenes, you know, that Canelo all of a sudden is now a free agent. And money talk and bullshit walk. You dig what I'm saying? Money talk and bullshit walk. And like my man Money said, is that something had to be going down for them already right after they announced that he's a free agent, already have something that works with Caleb Plant. You dig? So this is what I think that happened. Like I said, this is just what I think from my perspective. I think that Al Heyman, we know that Al Heyman, we know that Floyd Mayweather, we know that they got that bag. You know, money is not an issue with them. So I think that they went to Golden Boy in the zone and they like, look, we'll go ahead and give you this amount of money and we'll have him drop the lawsuit. We'll have him drop it because, see, this is the thing. It's like, do you want to go through years and years going through all these court allegations? You got to spend all this money on your end. He got to spend all this money on your end, on his end. Or do you want to just go ahead and take this little payout we going to give us Canelo, and everything going to be good? I think something happened behind the scenes because for them to have that much money on the table with a big lawsuit like they had, and then all of a sudden he's a free agent with no strings attached, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you've been, you know, following boxing for years, this is not the first time this situation has happened. It don't work like that. Usually these fighters are sitting on the shelf for years upon years at a time. And, you know, until, you know, they either buy their own way out of the contract or something pop off. You know, right now, I think something popped off behind the scenes with Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather and all of them because, and I'm saying Floyd because Floyd owns part of the half of the PBC. Him and Al Heyman are business partners. Floyd's name, when the PBC come up, you know, Floyd name don't come up, but Floyd is a financial investor in the PBC. You know, if you don't know that. But so something happened. They came with that bag, and now Canelo is going to be able to fight on pay-per-view again. I think Canelo might take that spot of the biggest fighter in boxing again, because although, you know, we got Errol Spence, we got Wilder, we got Fury, we got all these guys. Before that, it was Canelo that was the pay-per-view king, you know, after Floyd Mayweather. And this is just the fact, you know, and what happened was Canelo went over there on DAZN and his numbers shot all the way down because of putting him on the app. Now he's going to be able to fight on pay-per-view again. You know, and he can either sink, he can either rise to the top or he can sink, because if he gonna be now, he don't have no excuses of, oh well, we can't get this guy in the ring. It's no excuses. You at where all the smoke is at now. You know what I'm saying? And hit my like button, hit the like button. It's no excuses, Money. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is there where all the smoke is at now. You feel me, Money? He there. Yeah. It ain't nowhere to hide. It ain't that you there. All the smoke is in your face. They in line, lined up, waiting for you now. And we really gonna be able to see how great Canelo is. We know that Canelo's great, but we gonna get to see how great Canelo is. And now we hearing Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant. Everybody know how high I am on Caleb Plant. This is a fight that I've been wanting. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I've been said it. I said Canelo ain't gonna fight Caleb. That's one fight he won't take when he was over there with DAZN. So now Canelo is, if this is true with the Caleb Plant and the Jamal Charlo, right? Yeah. If this is true, Money, that means that the joke was on us. That means that we was giving Canelo a whole bunch of, you know, shitting on Canelo's name, and it wasn't Canelo. It was DAZN and Golden Boy and De La Hoya stopping these fights from happening. Because Canelo, I was born ready. He said a long time ago that he'll fight anybody. He ain't scared of nobody. Should we have gave Canelo the benefit of the doubt and looked at it, you know, deeper into it and said, look, maybe it ain't Canelo?
Well, you know, I always roll with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I always kept telling people, like, Canelo's not afraid to fight these fighters. I knew what the situation was, bro. I knew he'd fight any of these dudes. But, like, it's still yet to be seen now because he ain't getting into the ring with the motherfucker.
Right,
but
right.
It's looking like Caleb Plant, because, you know, when you see Pheno boxing, everybody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation. But I knew Canelo wasn't afraid to fight nobody. It always came down to the dollars, the numbers, and, you know, the demographic of wherever he was at. Nowadays, where he was at over that way, the demographic fitted that, you know what I'm saying, that platform. Now you coming over to PBC, it's a different demographic over here. Now you got Charlo and Caleb Plant. Now, the you know what I'm saying, the smoke for real right here. You know, not saying Canelo couldn't have got them guys, but at the same time, we knew how that was going to play out with Al Heyman and with them over there. Who knows how they was trying to pay them or what the situation was. But now, my bad, bro. Now that Canelo, you know, is wearing his own promoter's hat now, because ain't no Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Golden Boy. Now I'm keeping all my money. You know how much money that is for him now? So now it's like the risk and the reward, it meets each other. Not saying that 35 million ain't a lot, because that's still a hell of a lot. But now, like, I'm not playing no promoter, no cut. You know what I'm saying? Shit, my everything is really what it is now for Canelo. Now Canelo is taking that Oscar and that Mayweather role for us, betting on yourself now. You know what I'm saying? He's betting on himself now. So when you believe in your own skills, bro, and you understand that you, and like you say, Key, you are one of the hottest fighters in the game, if not the hottest, far as, you know what I'm saying, the popularity. Now he can come into this bitch, and like you say, if he take the big fights, Key, put himself right back in position to be the pay-per-view star. Because he never left off being a pay-per-view star. He just went on over to DAZN, got the 365 million, and thought DAZN was gonna be bigger than what you know, Eddie Hearn tried to pump it up to be.
Yeah, and that's Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, that's why I say that it was a fake out, bro. It was always been a fake out, and DAZN is a fool for putting Eddie Hearn in a like in the front for letting them control the boxing narrative and being the face of boxing for the zone because we see how it played out for him. First of all, he lowballed y'all talking about $9.99 in the first place, like, and then you take it to $14.99, then to $19.99. You knew the people was gonna start, you know what I'm saying, complaining about that shit because you playing with people money. Like, okay, you saying one thing, then you're doing another. You know, you're not keeping it real with what you're saying, and you know, with human beings, you can't play like that, bro. You can't play like that. You talk all this shit, all that smooth con talking, and then look at y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all came out throwing all that money around, letting Eddie do all that shit, and then it put them in position. It put the zone in position because they went out and got Canelo. They went out and got Triple G, 365 for 100 plus to Triple G, banking on y'all to go get Canelo and Triple G, and that shit failed. You know what I'm saying? That shit failed. So with that being said, bro, Canelo seen that shit. I think he seen that. I think he seen how Oscar tried to set it up for him and shit. Like, okay, we got the 365, but now y'all trying to break this shit down and force me to do shit that I don't want to do. That's not even in a fucking contract. And none of this shit y'all talking about in the contract. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo came over to this side, you know, put in position, a great position, like we said, key to get back on pay-per-view at the end of this year. Because I think they were trying to stall him for even fighting this year for giving them a check. You know what I'm saying? But now he's back in position to go back on pay-per-view, put yourself right back on the big stage, because that's a big fucking fight, him and Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fucking fight, bro. That's a big
hell of a fight.
Yeah, that's a hell of a fight.
Nobody say that's a hell of a fight.
Yeah, bro. That's a big fucking fight.
Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say for him to come up and step up and take on the Caleb Plant at 168 when everybody kept saying, oh, he trying to fight the weaker people at 168, this and that, and it was looking like that shit. Abney, you're the ring. Like, what the fuck is an Abney? That's you know what I mean? You gonna knock his ass out in 2 rounds. Come on now, bro. You can't jump up. You can't jump
up. Man, when I heard that shit, man, I was so mad. I was mad.
Too. And I'm a big ass, and I usually ride for Canelo, but I ain't riding for no goddamn Abney, you're the ring. Like, you can't jump up, knock out motherfucking Kovalev, they come down and fight an Abney, you're the ring. Like, come on, bro. It's motherfuckers there that's way better than Abney, you're the ring that you can get in the ring with. But to step it up and say, I'm fighting fucking Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? One of the best at the division. Now we talking. That's big time shit, Canelo. That's making a statement, son. That's making a statement. And that shit on Golden Boy and the Zone at the same time to say I'm coming down, making a big money fight happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know that bitch go jump. It's go jump, bro.
Man, is it? Man, I'm telling you, dog. This, like I said, boxing is going all the way up, man. And we doing it during a pandemic, right? Man, let me get through some of these comments and I'm gonna finish cooking. Renee Box Young, what's good with it, fam? Off in the building. What's up, Renee? He said salute to Money and Keon. G Garcia off in the building. He says, I think it's a good tune-up. Come on, man. You tripping. You a tune-up.
Oh, who said that, Keon?
A tune-up. My man G Garcia talking about it's a tune-up.
Come on, G Garcia.
A good tune-up. You tripping. Man, we gonna get into all of that. Like I said, Conan McKay, he coming from over there in that UK. That Glasgow, Scotland. Oh, he in Glasgow, Scotland. Okay. He says Caleb versus Callum Smith. Yeah, but that Caleb versus Callum Smith ain't fucking with Caleb versus Plant or Jamal Charlo. But you know, he says the Brits is taking over. Cassandra say Canelo definitely been ducking Charlo. And we gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. Has he been ducking, or was it, you know, his promotional team? Bruce goes off in the building. Fight Night Elite, what's good with it? Yeah, he said nobody fight. Renee Box Young says, yeah, no, don't nobody want to see Yildirim, but yeah, man, that was what really pushed me over the edge with Canelo. Like, man, Yildirim, but I've always felt that Canelo was one of the best. I thought I had put Canelo #1 pound for pound. A lot of people have a problem with that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I looked at his resume. I looked at who he's fought, the people that he fought, who they fought, and I'm like, it ain't no way that you could put these other dudes over Canelo, pound for pound. But then, we got people that's call him a drug cheat. He did get busted, right? For clenbuterol. But I'm not going to shit on a man's whole career because he got popped one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cool with him getting busted or whatever. What happened. We know what happened, but I'm not gonna shit on a man's whole career and say that's the reason why he's won every fight that he's won. A lot of motherfuckers been saying that shit. I'm not finna go. All right, that ain't me.
And let me say this, kid, and I'm happy to say that because the situation was, and I took up for him. I took up for Canelo, even though he got the 9-month suspension. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but he came back. He came back and beat Triple G. So for him to turn on clenbuterol against Triple G, then come back and in the first fight, motherfucker said he was going backwards and shit like that, and it was a draw. Second fight, he came back and did way more than he did in the first fight and got the W. So we can't just say, oh, it was a clenbuterol. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because, we got a lot of cats out here talking about, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. He's just a drug cheat. You can't shit on a man's whole career for one incident. And then he came back and he showed what it was. You dig what I'm saying? He came back and he showed what it was.
And so, look, this ain't no hate, kid. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Roy got popped in 1999. Like, I ain't trying to switch this shit up. No, like, I'm just saying, it's just like you say, you can't take one incident and take it for a whole man career. Roy got popped 1999. Do that stop Roy Jones from getting his credit for his entire career? You know what I'm saying? We can go on and on and on, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. But let me clear that up, Money. Roy got popped, but it was found out that it was a tainted supplement. So they cleared him because it was a supplement that he was taking that had something in it that was banned. That's what happened with Roy. Because I know a lot of people know that Roy had got popped for illegal substance, but they did conclude that it was something in a supplement that he was taking. Some type of it was a supplement that he's taking. I don't know if it was a protein supplement, whatever supplement he was taking. So he kind of got cleared. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. But I mean,
got something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, with Evander Holyfield, he had steroids, and that's my man. Evander was one of my favorite fighters ever. But let's just keep it real. He had steroids sent to his crib under Evan Holyfield. So are you just go shit on Evander Holyfield's whole career because of one incident or something? You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep that same energy with Canelo. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to shit on that man's whole career because of one incident. But, Caleb Plant, man, that's major smoke. That's heat. Like I said, because ain't nothing set in stone. These are rumors as of up to this point. But the rumor is that he gonna fight Caleb Plant. If he get past Caleb Plant, then he gonna go in there and get the smoke with Jamal Charlo. Right now, if you with the PBC, right, that's how it's gotta be. Because we gonna bail you out. We gonna get you out of this situation. Now you got to come over here and you got to fight our top dogs. So if he's bailed out of the situation, it's no way around it. He's going to fight Jamal Charlo if he gets past Caleb Plant. Now that's a big if, because to me, I always wanted to see Canelo fight Caleb Plant. I think that Caleb Plant can beat Canelo. A lot of people might disagree. I'm a big Canelo fan, but I'm a huge Caleb Plant fan. I think Caleb Plant will beat Canelo. I think Caleb Plant.
On that?
Huh?
Is we betting on that?
I'm betting in Vegas on that if the fight happens because I know what the odds is gonna be. But I think that Caleb Plant is gonna beat Canelo, and the reason why I think that Caleb Plant he can box. He's a beautiful boxer. I think that Caleb Plant, he can box inside and the outside. They both use the shoulder roll. That's crazy. This is going to be, if this fight happened, Money, I'm excited about this fight more than any fight that's out there right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Because They both use the shoulder roll. Caleb Plant, he can box, and Caleb Plant can bang, right? Caleb Plant has enough power to get you up out of there, or he have enough power to keep you at bay. He got good defense. He got great footwork. Caleb Plant, he has all around game. Canelo, he hit hard as a fucking mule. You know what I'm saying? He got great upper body defense. His footwork ain't that good, but what he lacks in footwork, he makes up for his upper body movement. You know, a lot of these guys can do the shoulder roll footwork, but they don't know how to move their head. Canelo know how to do all of that. Canelo got a great jab. Canelo got all around. He all around good. The only take from it is we like Canelo sometimes. He gets tired in the later rounds, and you know, he has the lack of footwork. Other than that, what can you say about Canelo? One of the toughest chins in boxing. So you put him in the ring with Caleb Plant, that's just getting better and better. And Caleb Plant's the bigger dude. He the bigger guy. Caleb Plant is used to fighting bigger guys. This is a hell of a fight, man. This is a 50-50 fight if I ever seen one. This is a 50-50 fight. It's a great fight for the fans. It's a great fight for boxing, period. But like I said, right now, I'm going to have to ride with Caleb Plant. They talking about what? December the 19th.
December 19th.
December the 19th was supposed to be Fury and was supposed to be Fury Wilder. But it looks like that they had that date still open because Fury didn't want that smoke. Now, Money, with all of that being said, salute to World Combat Sports off in the building. Y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. My man he just covered the Tank Davis fight this past weekend. He was right there in the bubble. I believe he might have had to stay in that bubble for the whole week and couldn't leave the bubble until after the fight. So the man out there putting hard work in for us, doing this thing. And man, he got great content, great live shows. Make sure that y'all go support World Combat Sports. And he said, salute to everything boxing and sports. He says, fight night, people. Salute kings and queens in the building. Yes, sir. Go support that man. Quay, he says, don't sleep on Gamboa. He says, I don't see that much in Devin. Man, I think Devin got all the potential in the world. Now, I don't think Devin is on the level of Shakur Stevenson yet, but I mean, that's I got to give Devin his credit. I think he got all the potential in the world. I think he's gonna beat the shit out of Gamboa. He should. If he don't, we'll be right back on here. We gonna have a lot to talk about. Caleb Renee Boxjon says Caleb's footwork and boxing may give issues to Canelo, but Canelo is strong. I don't think Caleb has felt power of Canelo. I think that the closest that Caleb has come to feeling power of Canelo, because we got to think these are bigger men than Canelo. Not necessarily that they have the punch accuracy and can hit hard as Canelo. We don't know that, but he's power. He got power. You know, Caleb in that Uzgatagi fight, he showed that he could go through adversity. In that fight, Money, you remember Caleb was, I believe he got cut.
Yeah,
right?
he got cut, and he took a few shots, man.
He took some shots in that fight.
Yeah.
And granted, you know, Caleb, we got to think, you know, a lot of people, I've heard people say, well, he had a hard time versus Uzgatagi. Caleb came off over a year layoff. He had a hand surgery he had to get in. From a year layoff, he came straight into a fight with Jose Uzgatagi. That was not the best of Caleb Plant. But we still seen him drop Uzgatagi, 4 times in that fight? We still seen him suffer through adversity, and Caleb Plant is healthy now, and he's gotten a lot better since then. He's a gym rat, and this is just a great fight. It's a great fight. And I think we need to give Canelo his respect. We got to, because I mean, look at the man resume and look who he's fought. We can't continue to shit on Canelo. But like I said, if Canelo ends up fighting Caleb Plant, this is my thing, Money. I know we got other fighters out here, other great fighters, but this is just my take, and then let me know how you feel about this. If Canelo ends up fighting Caleb Plant, right, at 168, and he beats Caleb Plant, I think Canelo is at number 1 pound for pound by himself up there. I don't think it even should be no argument of Canelo being number 1 pound for pound. If he goes in there December the 19th and fights Caleb Plant and beats Caleb Plant. I don't think nobody could touch him. I don't think nobody could touch him in the pound for pound rankings, because what pound for pound is you know, what you've done in certain weight classes, who's on your resume, who you didn't beat. And at that point, I mean, I don't think it would be no argument. It can't be. If y'all argue with me at that point in time that he's not number 1 pound for pound, well, we're going to have some great shows, because we're going to have some great debates, because can't nobody tell me shit if he go in there and beat Caleb Plant, because Canelo ain't my favorite fighter, but you just got to give credit where credit is due. So what you got on that, Money?
I'm touch on Canelo and the fight first, but I will say this: that'll make him, because a lot of people didn't give him credit for the Rocky Fielding win, saying that he wasn't. You know what I'm saying, that title wasn't really shit for real. So if he going to beat Caleb Plant and get the IBF, that means he turns himself into a 4-division world champion, hands down. Because you took the title from Canelo 154, 160, went up, knocked out Kovalev, then came down and beat fucking Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to argue that point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still Canelo. Goddamn me, it's Canelo. You feel me? And if he do that, then, and not only that, keep coming off a pay-per-view, and depending on what his numbers looking like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be.
I'm heading towards Earl that way, because I'm saying Earl is on his 3rd in a row on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? But it's Canelo, so it's gonna be a toss-up, bro. It's gonna be a toss-up. But touching on the Canelo and the Caleb Plant fight, man, one hell of a fight, bro. One hell of a fight. You feel me? I edged Canelo in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, Caleb Plant only has been getting better, bro. He's only been getting better, and his confidence is growing. And now he know that he's taking on somebody like a Canelo Alverez that's only going to boost your morale even that much more and make you work that much more hard, because this is the hardest fight of his career with Canelo. You know, and I do disagree with my man that say, Renee that say never felt power like Canelo. I do think Uzataki hit hard as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them big boys. Them big boys, like he said, he been fighting big boys. You know what I'm saying? Now, Canelo do place his punches a little different, go to the body and things of that nature. But I don't think it's going to be the power that's going to beat Caleb Plant. I think it's going to be the IQ. I still like Caleb Plant got a good boxing IQ. I give him that. He's a hell of a boxer. But Canelo got a good boxing IQ as well. You know what I mean? So I feel like on that stage, because it's going to be a big fucking stage, bro. It's going to be a big stage, you know. And we know they might fight somewhere where they allow the fans in the building. But I just feel like still overall, I think Canelo is the better fighter. I think he is the better fighter. You know, I think the body shots is go, you know, play a big role in this fight to try to sit Caleb Plant down and force his ass to fight. But I'm looking forward to seeing, like, you know, the style that Caleb Plant bringing to the ring and his game plan. You know what I'm saying? I want to see his game plan, because Caleb Plant is a hell of a boxer, man. He's a hell of a boxer. You know, and that's gonna be a high IQ chess match, bro. It's gonna be a high IQ chess match. But I do think Canelo will find a way to win that fight, bro. Dude just finds a way to win, bro. Canelo is a winner, dog. He just finds a way to win. But at the same time, you gotta say the same thing about Caleb Plant, because he's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He finds a way to win. So that shit is gonna be a good fucking fight, bro. I'm looking forward to see if Canelo can hurt this man and put him out. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to see will Canelo push on the gas and try to go put him out. Because it's a possibility he could. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility because I seen Caleb Plant get hurt. I seen him get hurt. You know, we seen Canelo get hurt way back when, but taking Triple G punches, and I don't think, even though Caleb is the bigger guy, I don't think he probably hit harder than Triple G. But we never know. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's that type of fight, bro. It's that type of fight. That's why I can't see how nobody can say this is, like my man say, a fucking tune-up fight. You gotta be crazy out your mind, bro. You gotta be. Everybody giving Canelo credit for this shit. Everybody saying this is a dangerous fight for him because he can't lose this fight. He very well can lose this fucking fight, bro. He very well can lose this fight. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant ain't no fucking pushover for nobody. Nobody, homie. Nobody. You feel me? So, man, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I hope this shit gets signed, sealed, and delivered ASAP. ASAP, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Because 2020 just been on fucking fire, bro. I mean, we've been going through our shit on 2020, but the back end, and now we got this motherfucker out the presidency. You know what I'm saying? So, man, listen, man. I'm happy as fuck, bro. I'm happy as fuck. Things is looking up for us, man. Things is looking up through all the shit that we've been through 2020, all the hell. It looked like we're getting motherfucking sunshine on the back of this bitch, bro. But I got Canelo winning this fight, kid. I got Canelo winning this fight. Decision. You know what I'm saying? It might can be a split decision, but I'm gonna say UD. I'm gonna take him back.
Well, I mean, we know what happens when Canelo goes to the scorecards. I don't think it's gonna be no different when he go over there with the PBC, because now, even if you do go with the PBC, you working with Al Heyman and whatnot, he's their money man now. So if Caleb Plant does fight Canelo, he gonna have to beat Canelo damn near like Mayweather did. Because we all know that Caleb Plant ain't gonna get in there and be able to win no close fight. It can't be a close fight, and we think that Caleb Plant is gonna win because Caleb Plant is a PBC fighter, but Caleb Plant name is not nowhere near on the level of Canelo, and that's just the truth. So it's gonna be very hard for Caleb Plant to win a fight with Canelo, but he just gonna have to basically get in there and pull a Floyd Mayweather. And it's possible. It's possible. Caleb Plant, he can box, he can bang. He got he got all around tools. So, like I said, this is a great fight. This is a fight that I'll pay $300 to see this fight on pay-per-view. I would.
$300 to see this damn fight.
I would. I'm saying me. I would. That's how highly I think of this fight. It's a great fight. To me, I mean, if you look at everybody, that's over there that Canelo could fight, the only other fight that I would want to see more personally would be Jamal Charlo. And I know a lot of people talking about Benavidez, but that's not intriguing. Benavidez and Canelo is not as intriguing to me as Jamal Charlo and Canelo or Caleb Plant and Canelo. And the reason I say this is because Benavidez, to me, is his offense is his defense. He don't have no defense. You get in there with some of these top guys like Canelo, and you can't take all of them punches like that, So I think that Caleb Plant and Jamal Charlo are more well-rounded than Benavidez, even though it will be a great-ass fight. So, I mean, but either way you go, we can't complain as fans. You feel me? We can't complain as fans. If he fight either one of them three, we ain't got nothing to cry about. And let me get through some of y'all comments. Let me see. Renee Bakshan says Canelo definitely need to work on more footwork. He says he's trying, but seems like Canelo is not natural with footwork. Yeah. King Hassan says Jose. He says Jose hit Caleb right on the chin, and Caleb didn't fall. Yeah. Renee says that's another plus. Canelo has more experience and more seasoned, and he's more seasoned, but it's going to be a good fight, man. That's going to be a great fight because neither one of them no holes, neither one of them going back down. And like I said, what's really great is both of them use the shoulder roll, and both of them like to catch and shoot with that shoulder roll in the pocket. That's going to be a great fight to see. Conan McKay says, come on, Canelo fight one of us Brits. Man, I don't think that only you in the building want to see him fight Caleb Smith more than the rest of these dudes. But I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Sal Hamilton says, if Canelo get past Charlo, he will be pound for pound top dog. If he get past Caleb Plant, he got to be pound for pound. And that's in my book. I don't think if he go and beat Caleb Plant, I'm not finna say like, oh, well, he still got to beat Charlo to be pound for pound king. I'm going to say that he needs to go and fight Charlo. But damn, if you look at that point, it's like we got to stop and say, look, who else is taking smoke like that besides Canelo and Errol Spence? Who else in boxing? You got Canelo, Errol Spence, and Sean Porter. Who else is taking smoke like that? And you really got to ask yourself that. At some point, we got to give credit where credit is due, and we got to reward these fighters for who they are fighting. Even win, lose, or draw. That's why I put Sean Porter in that conversation, because look at the guys who he's fought, even when he does lose. Look who he's fighting. King Hassan off in the building. What's good? He says Caleb spars bigger guys like 175 pounds and up all the time. Even though Caleb is bigger, Canelo looks heavier and stronger. Canelo, he's stocky, man. He's stocky, but Caleb ain't no small dude neither, man. Caleb, you know what I'm saying? Caleb ripped up like Caleb cut up like a bag of dope. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, he ripped up. He ripped and cut up. Renee Box Young says that he also think Caleb got power to hurt Canelo. He do. He said, I got Canelo winning, but I'm going for Plant. Caleb, I don't think Canelo, I don't see nobody getting Canelo up out of there. Canelo got one of the strongest chins in boxing, if not the strongest chin in boxing. But with that being said, you can still be hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said Caleb Plant, he has enough power to keep he got enough power to keep anybody that he in the ring with at bay. Larry Foster in the building. What's good? King Hassan says, I feel like David Benavidez would outbox Canelo better than Caleb because David knows how to fight tall. Yeah, but David Benavidez, he don't have no footwork, right? And he doesn't have no feet. He's slow at the feet, and he don't have no defense. David Benavidez, he has speed and power, and his thing is, he overwhelms you with activity. With the power, he has punch accuracy, but he don't have the feet. And I think that Caleb Plant stylistically is a much more harder fight for Canelo, because if you go in there with Canelo and you just basically your thing is to beat him with volume and standing toe to toe, you're gonna have a long night. I don't think that David Benavidez can beat Canelo. But like I said, Caleb Plant is a stylistic nightmare for Canelo. Sweet hands, but it's gonna be a great fight.
You got to have an IQ. You got to think with Canelo. Like you say, I like David Benavidez, too young. And like he say, if you're going in there and just think you fit to overpower Canelo with power, Canelo go counter your ass all night, bro. I actually think he'll stop David Benavidez because you give him chance to land more power shots on your ass. You know what I mean?
And a lot of that shit that David Benavidez be hitting these other guys with, you're not finna hit Canelo with that shit. He gonna block them shits, parry him off, you know, and he's gonna counterpunch the shit out of you. He's gonna hurt David Benavidez. Now, that's I don't see it, you know. I don't see it. I don't see David Benavidez beating a Canelo. But Caleb Plant, it's two different styles. It's a whole different style. Caleb Plant got the speed, the footwork, the ring IQ. You know, this is a great fight, man. I'm just excited if this happened. If this fight don't happen, because we always got to take the you know, the positive with the negative, because there's a big chance that it might not happen. If it don't happen, who do you see Canelo fighting?
It depends because I don't know what like the situation with Al with PBC. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be Jamal. You know what I'm saying? It won't be Jamal, but it depends, bro. Like if it's a situation with PBC, then we can look at the PBC fighters. But you know, Canelo got a variety, man. That motherfucker is Canelo. So Canelo option, his option sheet gonna be, you know what I'm saying, longer than the Nile River. You know, so you never know with Canelo. You never know where he want to be. You never know where he want to fight. You know, right now it look like he campaigned at 168. So we have to look at the 168-pound division and go up and down the list and see what's more credible, what's available, you know, and what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I really do. Caleb Plant make a lot of sense. It make a lot of sense, bro. You know, and I feel like that's gonna be the fight. So I'm not gonna overlook it. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna ride with what's going on until further notice. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Keith, I'm gonna say Caleb Plant and Canelo is locked in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say it's locked in.
Man, hey, I hope so, Money. And we got my man, Mister. You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. Stay ready. Boxing TV off in the building, man. How you feeling?
Man, boy, I'm tired as 4 fat bitches fighting over the last piece of chicken in a Nissan Altima, my nigga. I swear to God,
man.
the boy tired to the bit. Just getting out of work.
Oh man, they beating you down, huh?
Man, yeah, you wouldn't even. Man, I'm tired, dog. Feet hurt, legs hurt, but it's time for some boxing.
Mac, what's going on, big bro?
What's going down, little bro? Money in the building.
They working the shit out of
y'all cooking on some good shit too. I heard you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you know, and you know, I'm gonna take this time out. Subscribe to, you know, first of all, hit that like button. If you're in the building, hit the like button. You know, and subscribe to my man Monnie Brown TV. You know, go to his channel. If you're not a subscriber, make sure that y'all subscribe to Monnie Brown TV. Always bringing that heat, putting on for the boxing community. And subscribe to my man Stay Ready Boxing TV. He always bringing the heat. He got several different shows that he do. He be out there, you know, in the Houston area covering the fights. He doing his thing. Make sure that y'all subscribe to Stay Ready Boxing TV.
Not just in the Houston area, but the best out there in the Houston area.
Yeah, real talk. Getting the exclusive interviews that ain't nobody else getting. Now stay ready.
Matter of fact, I literally just got through talking to Jamal and Jamel Daddy. Like,
you hear what he said? See, y'all hear what he said? Say that again so they can hear you one more time.
I literally just got through talking to Jamel and Jamal Charlo's dad, Kevin. Like, literally, right before I jumped on.
Man. See, hey, man, he out there moving in them streets. Stay ready, man.
Yes, sir.
We cooking on this situation with Caleb Plant and Canelo. You know, we you know the big news. You know, everybody know the big news. And let me get your take on Caleb Plant and Canelo. If they do fight, how do you see that fight going?
Honestly, it's a tough fight. I like both fighters, and let's keep it real. I know a lot. I think Caleb Plant is a handful for Canelo, but Caleb Plant gas tank is an issue, and I know Canelo can last all 12. The only issue I have with Canelo is he's too stationary. He ain't be able to back up, like, you know what I'm saying, like he used to. But one thing I will say is Canelo is the more superior boxer. You know what I'm saying? He might be flat-footed, but his upper torso, he moves it so well and fluidly, it's gonna already be rough on Caleb Plant trying to hit him anyway. So that's gonna be a fight that's gonna come down to, chess moves and preparation and what you're gonna do to come out and win the fight. Because stylistically, I think that's probably the best fight we can get at 168. And that's probably, to me, one of the best fights. I think that gives Canelo a better chance of winning. Because I think somebody like Callum Smith, and don't get it wrong, Callum Smith is a stiff, like, he really don't have a lot of head movement. He get hit a lot, but I think he hits hard enough to where he can give Canelo problems too. And I think Billy Joe Saunders is an easy work for Canelo. So, but I think Caleb Plant and David Benavidez are the two best fights that he can get at 168, in my opinion. And I think he picked the right one that he has a better chance to beat.
Right. I don't know, man. To me, I think that Caleb Plant is the hardest the hardest one out of all of them. Because, and the reason I say this is I'm very high on Jamal Charlo. I don't think that Caleb Smith can beat Canelo. Like you said, he gets hit a lot.
Yeah,
Caleb
I don't
Smith
think
is
he
solid.
can just beat him. I just think that his power can give Canelo trouble. That's the only thing. Other than that, I think Canelo beats Callum Smith.
Right. And then we who's another one? Benavidez, right? I think that Benavidez, his feet are too slow. I think that Benavidez, his lack of defense will get him in a lot of trouble with Canelo. Now when we look at Caleb Plant, I think Caleb Plant, he got the upper body movement, he got the feet. He can box in the pocket. He uses the shoulder roll. He catches and shoots just like Canelo. They do a lot of things similar, but I think that's the toughest stylistic matchup for Canelo. I think we've seen Canelo have problems with guys that can move and box, and he can move and box. Caleb Plant can move and box. He can bang with you if he need to. I think that's the toughest fight for me. As far as Jamal Charlo, the only reason I don't say Jamal Charlo as of yet is because it depends where he fights Jamal Charlo. Now, if he fights Jamal Charlo at 160, then I think that's the toughest. But if he fights Jamal Charlo at 168, well, we don't know. We know Jamal is big as fuck, but we never seen him fight at 168. So right now, I'm leaning towards out of everybody that we can think of from 160 to 168. I'm leaning towards Caleb Plant. But that's just my opinion. But we can't go wrong with none of these dudes. It ain't nowhere for him to hide. Ain't nowhere for him to go. We can't go wrong. John Page, Batman in the building. He says Canelo, he got to get Charlo fight because the WBC and Golden Boy made it look like he ducked Charlo. Facts. And that's another thing, Money. Stay ready. Me and Money cooked on that earlier, right? I don't know if he was in the building, but we cooked them on it a little bit. We've been giving Canelo a whole lot of heat for ducking a lot of these fighters, like Jamal Charlo. They tried to pull some bullshit with Caleb Plant, and the list goes on, right? We put all the blame on Canelo. Now, do you think we might have been wrong? Do you think that we might, it wasn't Canelo this whole time? You think it just could have been, Golden Boy, like, nah, this is who we want you to fight. This is what we want you to do. You think it could have been Golden Boy?
So let me say this, and people got to understand this, where I come from with this. You can ask Money. One thing about me is I'm going to always take up for a fighter, no matter what. But at the same time, you got to give honest to a fighter. Now, Canelo, I'm gonna say it is his fault because that's your team. Anytime you got a team behind you that's pushing your career in a certain way, it's still your team. It's the same thing I'm gonna say about Tank. Tank not fighting these other fighters. And yeah, he's ducking because that's his team. But with Canelo, it seemed like it's a different situation because I'm gonna tell you when Ezra Laura called out Canelo and got in that ring with Canelo, they made that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting called out multiple times by multiple fighters, and they not making those fights happen. They tried to
So
fuck Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people like even your own Mexican brethren. I remember you coming out saying you're not fighting no more Mexicans, and you haven't. Since you made that statement, you haven't fought not one Mexican fighter, and that goes away for the spirit of being a Mexican fighter because they love to fight. Period. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I'm like, you made that statement. So I take issue with that. So yeah, I got to give him full responsibility for that. And even if the WBC and Golden Boy helped, Canelo still could have went to either one and said, "No, make that fight," because people want, especially fights like Jamal Charlo. You know how big? You can't tell me that Jamal Charlo fight is not bigger than a Rocky Fielding. You can't tell me that Jamal Charlo fight wasn't bigger than Kovalev. Don't nobody
Right.
really know who the fuck Kovalev is, except us in the boxing community. And
yeah,
everybody
man.
that says, like, I've talked to boxing coaches and we get into it a lot because they want to sit there and say, because he went up to 175 and beat Sergey Kovalev, that was what I'm saying, they give him credit for it, and I tell them I don't, because I sit there and watch Kovalev fight so many different fighters, and I know that's not how he fought. We know when we've seen
Man, come
Kovalev
on.
drop somebody
Speak
with a
on it.
jab. We've seen Kovalev drop somebody with a jab, but then backdoor you pity pat jab Canelo. You can't sit there and tell me you scared of somebody smaller than you power. Not Kovalev. Not when you was taking punches from Andre Ward the way you was. You can't tell me you scared of his power, so now you want to pity pat punch and pity pat jab. But don't get it wrong. He was boxing Canelo beautifully, but that's not how Kovalev fights. And then
That's
when he
not how
got
you
caught,
fight.
yeah, and then when he got
I,
caught, because he left himself open because he's fighting a completely different fight than how he fights.
I'm gonna say this, Mac. And no, I was thinking the same thing, but I had called Buddy McGirt, right? Just to
Yeah,
get, I said, and I kept it real on my father's soul. I kept it real, y'all. I said, Buddy, because I'm a Canelo nigga, right? So
yeah.
I say, Buddy, hey man, did he lay down? Did he lay down for Canelo? Buddy said, nah, man, he just kept giving Canelo the same look. He said what he tried to do was he tried to take him to try not because that was a quick turnaround for Kovalev. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A quick turnaround. But he said he tried to get him to the second half and do his thing. But he said he just gave Canelo the same look. Now, I was a little skeptical myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because I
I'm
was
still
looking at it.
skeptical. I'm not listening to
I
Buddy
was
McGirt.
like, yeah. I was like, damn. I'm like, damn. Like, nigga, is you holding the power back? Like I swear, I'm like, damn. And I'm rocking with Canelo, even with the knockout. I'm like, is this nigga like them punches ain't coming hard as you was trying to hit Andre Ward or if that was motherfucking somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, gotta remember shit, Kovalev, man, he diminished some too. Like it ain't the same Kovalev as old. We gotta remember that one the crusher we was watching it no more. That one the
You're right.
crusher no
It
man, you know
wasn't,
what
but
I'm saying?
we just watched him beat the shit out of Alvarez. Like literally, he beat the shit out of Alvarez.
Yeah, to get his
We
scrap
just
back.
watched
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm
we
saying?
just watched
But
that. So I
I,
can't say the
I
reason
can't
I
I
say
can't take nothing away from Canelo in that fight. I gotta
I,
give him the credit.
I'm taking something away, and I'm not listening
I,
to Buddy McGirt because I'm gonna tell
I
you something.
can't. Yeah,
Man,
Buddy
don't
McGirt.
like
stay
that.
ready.
What you mean?
No,
You not listening to Buddy? Let's go
no,
outside
listen to.
right now.
Hold on,
I'm
money. Hold
ready.
on, money. Hold on,
Nah,
money.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know, Buddy McGirt is one of my favorite fighters and trainers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But
He said,
let's
Buddy
keep it.
can have that check.
Let's
Buddy can have
keep it A100. This ain't the movie Hurricane, my nigga. Where you beat
hey,
the shit out of, you know what I'm saying, nigga.
Buddy can have that check.
A boxing trainer is gonna take up for his fighter every single time. And Buddy,
Like,
know you in the media, he's not gonna tell you his fighter laid down. Ain't no coach or trainer gonna tell you they fighter laid down. And he gonna come up with a good ass excuse like he did and said, well, he was trying to do this. Motherfucker, we ain't never in my life seen Kovalev do what you say he tried to do. Why would you wait for the second half of the fight to fight somebody like a Canelo? I mean, when you know Canelo always win decisions.
I'm about to call Buddy.
Man, I would stay ready on this one. He ain't finna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because even though he fuck with you money, in the back of his head, it's like, shit, he might, this a big, huge story if I tell him that.
Right, bro, right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I seen Kovalev fight his whole career, and can't nobody tell me or convince me that he didn't lay down for that shit. You gonna fight the whole fight, pity patting, like you doing, you know, like working on shit and sparring.
You hear me? Got 10 million and shit. Then we are in Kathy Duva talking about, you know, even if he do lose, you know, we got bigger plans. Then you heard this motherfucker saying, "There's no way I could have won that fight. I had to take that 10 million." And then after this motherfucker lose, this motherfucker chilling in the hotel room with his wife, got his robe on,
smiling. And he told everybody, he said, he said, y'all were stupid if you thought I was gonna win that fight. Come on now, dog. He let you know straight off the rip, like, man, I wasn't even trying to, like, I'm going in here to get this bag. Fuck what y'all talking about. I came in here to get the bag. Fuck that.
McKay talking about, come on, you U.S. pundits versus UK pundits. What you talking about, man?
Man, money. It's like this, man. His biggest payday was the second.
Oh no, I want to talk about you. Can y'all talking about?
No, I know. I know. I'm saying with Kovalev, right? His biggest payday. A lot of people don't know his biggest payday was the second Andre Ward fight, and he only got paid little over $700K for that fight. That's how bad that Kathy Duva and them was fucking him. He was getting his whole career. Right, his biggest payday was the fight with Ward, the second fight, and he only got paid $700K. So they offering you 10 million. If that's me, how you need me to how you need me to throw the fight?
Hey, fuck this belt. Hey, Mother Russia.
Fuck boxing in my legacy. Hey, how you need me to fall?
Now, let me say this, kid. I don't mean to turn the subject, but like you say, 10 million. How the fuck can Big Baby fuck up $10 million, bro? But go ahead, bro. Get back to it.
Man, he a big ignorant ass baby.
And I'm mad. I'm mad. I bet on Kovalev for that fight.
How mad?
I'm mad. I bet on Kovalev for that fight.
For the Canelo fight?
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could have caught you.
Bro, you gotta look. Bro, you gotta look at it and be serious. Nigga, ain't nobody in there right. Nigga, if Canelo go up right now and fight Arthur Beterbiev, who you betting on?
You said if you fight,
if he moved up right now and fight Arthur Beterbiev, who you betting on?
See, that's different.
If he fought Dimitri Bivol, who you betting on? Hell, if he fought Boston,
I still edge Bivol in that fight.
You said Bivol.
I'm betting on Boston, but
I pick all the big dogs, Mac. I don't pick Canelo to beat them big dudes. That's why he fought Kovalev back down.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at it from an actual boxing standpoint. There's no way possible if Canelo would have fought the real Kovalev, he'd have won that fight. And I like Canelo.
Now, in my defense, on Canelo's part, I don't think that Canelo had nothing to do with Kovalev throwing that fight. I don't think Canelo was in on it. I don't think Canelo knew about that. And this is why I'm gonna say why I don't think so. Because Canelo didn't change the way that he was fighting. Canelo, he didn't change the way he was fighting, and that knockout was real. That knockout was real. Wasn't nothing fake about that knockout. So I think that it was all on Kovalev. He was pity pat. He tried to pity pat his way to a 12-round decision loss. That's what he tried to do. He tried to pity pat his way to a 12-round decision loss. And Canelo got to the point later on in the fight, like, this motherfucker not even hitting hard. Let me just go ahead and do what I got to do and get him up out of there. I'm going to go ahead and stalk him down and, and I'm going to walk through his shit because he's not throwing nothing hard. And I'm going to just go ahead and get him up out of there. And I think that's just what happened. I don't think that Canelo had nothing to do with it because Canelo is a prideful fighter. Canelo ain't taking that shit. If they like, okay, we going in here and, he going to throw the fight and he going to make you look. I don't think Canelo would have been down with that. Canelo.
Yeah, that don't mean Golden Boy wouldn't have been down with it, though.
Well, I'm saying, well, Golden Boy probably was down with it, but I'm saying
And Golden
Canelo.
Boy, I know, but Golden Boy is his team.
But see, I'm saying that whatever they knew, I don't think nobody brought that to Canelo's attention. You know, I'm not gonna put that on Canelo because if you watch the fight and you look at the knockout, you can kind of tell that Canelo didn't know. Kovalev, on the other hand, we know, he knew what he was doing.
Kovalev didn't even train for that shit. That nigga just kept the weight down, made the weight, and said, "Fuck it, get my 10 million, bitch. Let me go on about my business."
Yeah, Batman said he just came off a 12-round fight with Yard and 2 months later he fighting Canelo. Yeah, that got something to. That got something to do with him taking the fight. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna just take this 10 mil, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down, but I'm gonna get my 10 mil at the end of the day.
My nigga Batman on my side. That's what I'm talking about, Batman. My nigga on my side, dog.
Man, Batman, I gotta keep it honest. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not sugarcoating it.
We just bullshit. Man.
Yeah, man. But but I'm excited about this whole Canelo move. I know I had talked about it. You know, I had talked about it before. What if Canelo go over there to the PBC? If he go over there and, like I said, they saying he's a free agent, but we ain't going to Top Rank.
Yeah.
He really ain't a free agent. Canelo got his own outfit. Yeah. He got Canelo Promotions. Yeah. He promote Canelo Promotion. Matter of fact, a lot of the amateur fights here in Houston are promoted by Canelo Promotion.
Yeah.
He had his fighters on my bad. Keep going. He had one of his
Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say he had I remember we was watching I forgot which fight it was, but Canelo fighter was fighting on that bitch. So you know, he's doing this thing over there. And like when you say he ain't going to Top Rank, that nigga ain't giving up the independency that quick, bro. I don't think he never going back to no promoter. I think he's gonna do a joint thing with Al, or he gonna do a joint something with Richard Schaefer like Mikey Garcia got going on.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. I'm saying that I think that he's gonna work with the PBC. When I say that, I don't think he's gonna sign under no PBC. I think he's gonna work with Al Heyman. You know, and he gonna keep it more on that side. He gonna work with Al Heyman. He gonna be a free agent to where he can move how he want to, but I think that he's gonna work with Al Heyman hand in hand. I mean, why wouldn't you? Somebody had to get him out of that situation that he in. Why is Caleb Plant the first name that come up? Like we were saying earlier, Money. Something had to happen behind the scenes. You know, the December 19th date is the same date that Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight on. So I think that he working with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? They've always spoke highly of him. Mayweather has always spoke highly of Canelo. And they've been wanting to get Canelo, you know, do business with him. And I think that's what it is. But man, shit, man, it's a lot more going on that we got to cook on. It's a lot more going on, man. These fights tonight, man. It's going down. We got Devin Haney and Gamboa, you know, and we're gonna cook on this a lot more after the fight. You know, I want to do an after show. Right. If I'm able to do an after show, depending on the babies and my girls and stuff. But man, let me get y'all take on this fight tonight before we get up out of here. Go ahead, stay ready.
I got Devin Haney in a unanimous decision. I think, you know, a lot of people think Devin is gonna go in here and knock Gamboa out. Gamboa ain't no pushover, but I think Devin Haney can go in here and put on a boxing clinic. I know it's an old Gamboa, but I think he go in here and put on a boxing clinic, and he's gonna beat Gamboa decisively.
Okay,
but not by
okay, so you got him. You got Gamboa lasting 12, but basically just getting beat up.
Yep.
Getting outboxed by 12 rounds. What you got, Money? What you got on this fight tonight?
You know, like I said, I feel like Mac. People think he definitely go and just stop Gamboa like that. If he do, I will be impressed. You understand what I'm saying? But like I say, Devin ain't really cracking like that. You feel me?
Exactly.
He really cracking like that. Like he knocked out Moran on the ropes because Moran, he just came from Mexico. Nothing. I ain't trying to take nothing away from him and shit like that. But when we look at Devontae Davis' power, we look at Teofimo power. We understand the power. Even Ryan Garcia power. We understand real raw power when we see it. You know what I mean? Devin come from accumulation of punches and shit like that. Now, the skill level of Devin will be too much for Gamboa, especially right now. Gamboa, he is a quick fighter with some nice little pop, but he's going to be flat-footed, and Devin going to be in and out on his ass, like in and out, in and out. Then it is going to come a point to where he going to stand right there and try to walk him down. But if he do, like I can see a TKO stoppage around the ninth, you know what I'm saying, or the 10 for us taking punishment, you know what I'm saying, taking punishment. But I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say ninth or 10th round TKO punishment for us, the referee stopping it from him just taking the ass beat. I just see Devin beating the shit out of Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? I see him beating the shit out of Gamboa. So that's how I look at it.
And that's what I see. I don't see Devin with a lot of power. That's why I see him punishing him that. And if it is a KO, it's gonna be like a stoppage.
Yep, it's gonna be like a TKO, like referee. That's it, Gamboa. You took enough of an ass whooping. Go him out, pick him up, take him in the house. So I got TKO to stop it around
I hit him
19.
with the life.
Man took enough of an ass beat.
Yeah.
So
he better not slip up and get too cocky though, like because if he try to force it, his damn sure ain't gonna come. So he better not try to get too cocky and let Gamboa slip his ass in one of them look quick uppercuts or one of them short compact ass hooks.
Mm-hmm.
So both of y'all in agreement, man, and I'm gonna go with both of y'all. I'm gonna go. I said the same thing, man. I know they trying to build Devin Haney into some type of vicious knockout artist like Tank Davis and T.O., but he's not that. I followed Devin Haney his whole career. Devin Haney is a masterful boxer.
Exactly.
He has a great footwork, great ring IQ. He's well ahead of his years as a boxer. You can't have one devastating knockout and then, just turn into just a Tank Davis or Mike Tyson and shit. Like, that's not what he is. He's a masterful boxer. I mean, I don't forget when people were saying that he's born and he don't have no boxing, he don't have no power just a couple fights ago. You feel me? So I don't look at Devin Haney as no just devastating knockout artist. That's not what he is. He's a boxer. He can punch good enough to keep you at bay. I think this fight goes 12 rounds. I pick a 12-round unanimous decision. I'm looking for Devin Haney to damn near win every round. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna damn near shut Gamboa out. His length, his boxing speed, his footwork, all of that. It's gonna be too much for Gamboa, right? He gonna keep Gamboa on the outside. Gamboa is a little bitty dude. He's way smaller than Devin Haney. And Devin Haney gonna use all of his tools. I think he's gonna just outbox the shit out of him. But with that being said, he better go in there and knock Gamboa out. Now that's what I think that's gonna happen. But if we don't go in there and knock Gamboa out, I'm gonna have a problem with that because I think I know what Devin Haney is. He's a boxer, but they built him as a knockout artist. Mickey Bay been talking that shit. Bill Haney, that's what they supposed to do. But like I said, they've been, when the Gary Russell build up was going on, when all that talk was going on, and even before that, they was talking about Devin Haney and knock him out, and Devin Haney and knock all these dudes out. Well, I think he has to live up to that. And again, Tank Davis got the 12-round knockout. He want to go in there and be more spectacular than what Tank did. So to me, he got to go in there and knock him out.
Yeah, he said he was gonna make a statement. So let's see what kind of statement he makes.
I don't see. To me, I don't see that it can go no other way but him to go in there and make a statement and knock out Gamboa. He got to. That's just how I see it. You know, y'all might disagree, but I think that he has to get that knockout just for the shit that they, been talking. And I don't have no problem with it because I love Devin Haney as a fighter. Devin Haney wants all the smoke, and I wish that other fighters had the mentality that Devin Haney does. I wish that other fighters had the nuts he got. But, I think that he needs to knock out Gamboa.
Let me say this before you get to the chest, kid, because what I really don't like, right? Because a lot of people saying we want to see how he compare up to Tank and things like that. This fight not gonna really, like, unless it was a fighter that was really on a competitive level. Because like I say, Tank beat the shit out of Gamboa the whole fight. It was up to Tank to go out there and get him out early. But even in that Gamboa fight, Tank wasn't never in danger. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't never in danger. So we know this is a fight that's like saying Teofimo and Mason Minogue. You see what I'm saying? You took Mason Minogue rounds, Devin Haney did, and I think it was stopped like in the 10th or the 9th or some shit like that. But then Teofimo go out there and knock his ass out in the first or the second round. That's not that does nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they was fight a common opponent for as a top caliber fighter, that gave Tank a run for his money or split decisions, W or some shit like that, then I can say, okay, we can gauge where this motherfucker at after you fight him. So let's see if he can beat him like that. But with Gamboa, we knew Tank was gonna beat his ass, and most of us picked Tank to knock him out early, but it came in the 12th round. Just like with Devin Haney, we know you go beat Gamboa ass. So let's just say you go in there, you knock Gamboa out within 5 rounds. It's not gonna. For me, it's not going to engage him and Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people banking on it saying, I feel like, if he do this, then you better than. Okay, I knock him out in the second round. Oh shit, you better than Turnbull Crawford, and you better than Gervonta Davis. You got him out of there in the second round. Like, no, that's not what's cracking with me, bro. I don't look at that fight like that.
I mean, because that's when you looking at it like you're forgetting this motherfucker get AIDS. And he's
this motherfucker, hey, there you go, Matt.
Once you expose that nerve on their chin when they knocked out, they easier to get knocked out. Why you think they got knocked? It's so easy to get knocked down and hurt.
Gamboa been down 16 times in his career. 16
that we know of.
That we know of. That's a lot. That motherfucker, he didn't lick that canvas a whole lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So, like with that being said, Devin Haney got to go out here and get that knockout. I don't care what nobody say. Devin Haney got to go out here and knock that boy out because you can't keep building yourself up and everybody around you building you up as a knockout artist, and you don't go out and knock out Gamboa. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to go out and show out. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he just beat him up for 12 rounds. You dig what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised he just beat him up for 12 rounds and get the 12-round UD. But hey, we ain't got too much longer to wait. We also got we got Devin Haney and Gamboa tonight. We got Luis Ortiz returning to the ring. We got Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez, the dude that's I think they say he like 27, 28, but he looked like he's 48. So heavyweight Frank Sanchez. So we got a lot of boxing tonight, man. We got a lot of boxing tonight. Before we get up out of here, because we're gonna go fuck with Trill. Everybody go over and fuck with Trill Talk. I think they on right now. I'm gonna go fuk with them.
You got Kevin Brook over there.
Okay, so Money, what you got before we get up out of here? The last words.
Man, salute to everybody out there, man. Much love, my bro. Keep back, so y'all will be getting more of us. Y'all just keep following us, man. We doing great work, man. This shit ain't easy what we be doing, dog. But we do it for y'all because y'all show nothing but love and respect. You feel me? And we gonna give it back, man. I want y'all to go subscribe to me on Monnie Brown TV, just like y'all said, MONNIE. I just made a video where I gotta go. I gotta reach over $1,000 by the end of this month for personal reasons. So if y'all can help donate to your boys, show love, and I will appreciate it. To the ones who do donate, I will be letting you know what that reason is. Like I said, I'm not gonna put it out there because there's a lot of suckers out there that's trying to get at your boy. You did. So y'all go follow me at Instagram at Monnie_the writer. You feel me? Make sure y'all show love to my bro Key. Make sure y'all can donate to his channel and show love. But just much respect to y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the fights tonight, you know. And we will be back with another one. And y'all know how I finish, man. Big dog status.
Yes, sir. Stay ready. What you got?
Man, appreciate you sending me that link, man. Man, y'all make sure y'all sub to Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. I got a lot going on. I got a lot coming for you, and some more interviews coming in the near future. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. I appreciate you sending that link, man. And it's good cooking over here with you and Money, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the conversation. I love the talks we have because we actually have great discussions, man.
Yes,
But
sir.
man, y'all know y'all can follow me right here on YouTube. Stay Ready Boxing TV, man, and you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. And I will be on Stay Ready Boxing TV panel this week. You know, back in effect, everything running. You know, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button before you get up out of here. You know, it don't take nothing to do to hit that like button. It don't take no time. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. I am gonna try to come on here later tonight and do a post-fight show. So yeah, come fuck with me. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I'm out.